Israel sent message to Iran ahead of attack and warned against response.
This post received a score of 5,100, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I think the biggest message here was the absolute defeat of radar and air defense. No reason that an F-35 can show up and decide to hit a VIP giving a speech in Tehran undetected now.
Yeah, I think the point of this was simply a show of force. We can kill your leadership easily, so stop messing with us.
There's also a supposed RQ-180-like drone that Israel has as well.
Those don't have weapons, but it would be nice to have drone surveillance in country.
If Ukraine can pack 5-pound drones with explosives and be extremely effective, what's stopping Israel from doing the same? Long-range stealth suicide drones.
That's just a missile, my friend.
Not when it can loiter around and wait for its target.
Make them look like humans and they can pick up a part-time job in the meantime. Send the money back to Israel to fund more.
I've seen this one. They can walk among humans undetected while looking for the Iranian named Sarah Connor.
Khomeini with me if you want to live.
I'm gonna go against the grain and say that all depends on whether or not Israel believes that this will be the extent of Tehran's retaliation for their operation in Lebanon. If that is the case, I imagine the Israelis will respond with another symbolic strike on Iranian territory and then refocus on their efforts to push Hezbollah north of the Litani. The fact of the matter is that Iran has no good options here. If it loses Hezbollah, it loses the only meaningful deterrent it has against Israeli air attacks against its nuclear facilities and critical infrastructure. If it fights to defend.
If it loses Hezbollah, it loses the only meaningful deterrent it has against Israeli air attacks. For all intents and purposes, though, they have lost Hezbollah's deterrence. Israel took out Nasrallah and his next 3 successors. Radwan leadership crippled mid-level fighting force with the Beeper attack, plowing through the south, destroying tunnels and weapons depots. The anticipated blowback of full-scale war with Hezbollah was thousands of rockets every day for possibly months launched all across Israel. Hundreds launched at the north is still unacceptable, but it no longer consti. Israel sent a message to Iran on Friday ahead of its retaliatory airstrikes warning the Iranians not to respond. 3 sources with knowledge of the issue told Axios. Why it matters. The Israeli message was an attempt to limit the ongoing exchange of attacks between Israel and Iran and prevent a wider escalation, the sources said. Driving the news. U.S. and Israeli officials said 3 waves of airstrikes took place on Saturday morning local time. The first wave focused on Iran's air defense system and the second and third waves focused on missile and drone bases and weapons production.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.